Come on, sing. You better sing. Can you hear me sing?
Nah, that's not how Beyonce sings in church, you know.
Well, I don't know how she sings in church. Because we don't go to the same church.
Oh, okay. Well, excuse me.
We don't go to the same church.
What's going on YouTube? It's Kevin the McKell. We are back with the new video. Please excuse me today. I have a very bad headache and I'm just not feeling too good. 1 second. I done started this freaking insanity and it's killing me. My body's not as achy as before. I've been putting some icy hot on me and everything, but you know, it's just been a hot mess. Running up and down the steps, walking, pain, trying to eat right, and my body's just like, bitch, you're not putting all that food you used to put in me. Back in August, I fucked my leg up working out, so I took a break, and I took a 3-month break. And you know, I'm just getting back into the sway of the things. But on Sundays, I'm going to be posting like my results and everything, so y'all can see how I'm doing on that. This Saturday, me and my mom will be on YouTube. So we're going to be on YouTube at, not YouTube, but YouNow at 4 o'clock. So we're going to be on there from like 4 to 6. Y'all can come watch, call in with questions you may have and things like that. So I'm just trying to get everything in freaking order. I got to get this in order. I'm not waiting till January 1st because I know everybody like, oh, the holidays are coming, Christmas is coming. So what? So what? Why wait till January 1st? Start the fuck now. So that's what I'm doing. So, and it's been pretty good so far. I'm down 3 pounds so far, so I'm not mad. Maybe that was just the water weight, you know, getting that off of me. But yeah, what else? We got a busy week next week. We're going to be on Temple Talk. Shout out to all the students from Temple. We're going to do the recording on the 17th, and it will be, I guess it will be on their website, or if they have a YouTube channel, on November 24th. And we are scheduled to be back on Good Day Philadelphia discussing Empire. Now, when it comes to Empire, I am very disappointed. Like, I understand right now, these episodes, to me, they're filler episodes and episodes that you must pay attention to. But I need more drama. And, like, I know people always compare Power and Empire, and I'd be like, there's really no comparison. But with Power, like, I was like, every week I'm waiting. And with Empire, yeah. And with Empire, it's like, okay, this is what's going on. They cut down on the celebrity appearances, but I want more.
I just want more.
Sure.
So will you say that I was right when this season first started?
I would say yes. Right now,
because remember I said that I think they're doing too much celebrity people on here, and then not only that, it's not. I think I noticed from the first 2 episodes, and I was like, I'm not feeling this season. I'm just not feeling it, and I have to catch up because I took a break from Empire. Like on Wednesdays, I don't even get excited. I'll just be, you know what I was watching last night when Empire was on?
Blackish?
No,
because that's a good show.
No. So you know I love documentaries and I'm very, you know, I'm into politics and all this stuff. I was looking for Saving Private Ryan on demand on Xfinity last night. And shout out to Xfinity because you can go in their on demand section to the free movies and they have over 3,000 free movies. And I was going. I probably was at 2,000, okay? When I finally found, not what I was looking for, and I couldn't believe I couldn't find Saving Private Ryan because they were showing movies that you wouldn't even think would be in there. That's what Netflix needs to do, okay? Netflix needs to be more like that. I came across this documentary about Richard Nixon, President Richard Nixon. And it was about the secret tape recordings that he had in his office during his presidency. He would record his conversations with his staffers and phone conversations, I guess, you know, for, you know, history or whatever the case may be. But it painted a very, 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 very telling portrait of Richard Nixon. I mean, he was homophobic, he was Jewophobic, womenophobic. He just used some very, you know, he thought that blacks were like dogs and we all lived, you know, we all lived on top of each other. I mean, stuff that you'd be like, I guess he don't realize that he's being recorded. But you know, he's dead now. He's been dead for 21 years now, so we can't go back and say, oh, you this and you that. But I mean, Richard Nixon had a potty mouth, and the people that were, and I mean, he was vicious. If he didn't like you, get them fired. I don't care what it is. Get them fired. The Washington Post and the New York Times, he hated them. When they would have stuff and, you know, they'd fight the press, they can't come. And he told this one guy, this one staffer, we're going to get back to what we were talking about, he said, I don't want the Washington Post in this White House. Ever, 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 ever. You make sure that they're never, ever in here. And if you don't do it, I'll fire you. And told him just like that, I'll fire you. I mean, he was vicious.
And he was recording all of this.
It was basically like, you know, they put the tape in, you know, like you set up a recorder and, you know, like you just record yourself. But you're not necessarily recording yourself talking into the mic. You're just having conversations and the tape recorder is recording your conversation. You know what I mean? Just like if you were to put cameras in your house and just record your daily life. As if the cameras are not even there. And that's what he was doing, as if the tapes wasn't even there. And I think some of the stuff that he was saying, he forgot the tapes were on because he was saying some shit that he shouldn't have been saying.
Wow.
So yeah, it was just saying some great. It was a really good documentary. So yeah, that's what I was doing while Empire was on. Because Lee Daniels, you're slipping this season.
Yeah, I mean, I just need him to pick up the drama. And I'm not really interested in seeing Hakeem and Frida have a battle over who's going to get Hakeem. So if Frida wins, he gets Hakeem back. And then in the meantime, you got Jamal hooking up with Cookie, and she's helping him with his music, but he doesn't want his father to know. Then Andre, he's just really going through it because his dad want him to sleep with the deputy mayor, and he's like, well, you know, I'm going back to Christ, and they want me to go against these temptations. It's just, it's like, yeah, I'm just like, what are y'all doing? Then Hakeem got this female group, and then one of the girls think that she's just, I'm going to get in the front, and Cookie telling him, put her in the front because she's more important and she's got more life than the lead singer. So Hakeem is training the lead singer, and she's mad because she don't see the potential. He sees the potential. And what I see is that everybody has a little bit of Lucius Lyon in them. The thing is, they're not shit if they're not all working together. And that's what they need to do instead of trying to have the Lion dynasty and then she up there working with the enemy and sleeping with him, but she don't know that he's a part of the group that he told her to hire. It's just so much. I'm just waiting for this shit to boil over because I'm tired of looking at the pot simmer, okay? I need that shit to boil the fuck over to where it's burning in the fire. That's what I need. I need that, Lee Daniels. And you talking about, oh, we only 3 episodes left into the season, to the finale, for the fall finale or whatever. I need y'all to pick this shit up. Scandal 2, How to Get Away with Murder 2. Like, I just stopped watching my shows that I normally watch. And I'm playing video games. Like, I should be playing video games. I should be watching and seeing what's going on and be wanting to get on YouTube to go the fuck off. And I can't. Look at that. Look. You seen that whole thing just change? Now, I know that was for me. So, it fucking refreshed on its own and I'm over here. What is going on? The spirits is feeling me.
Hey, listen. Listen, they're real.
Talking about somebody that got me hyped. Okay? Missy fucking Misdemeanor Elliott. Okay, she went by her whole name this time. Yeah, y'all niggas know. Yeah. Missy Misdemeanor Elliott is back with a brand new video. It's called WTF, Where They From, featuring Pharrell. Now, I woke up a little bit late this morning, but I knew the video was going to be up at 9 o'clock. So I watched the video, and I watched like the first 30 seconds, and it was doing Wendy's thing. I had to pause Wendy, and I had to pause the video because I wanted to record me, and I was just smiling and laughing at so much that was going on in the video. Like, I was really engaged, and just like you said when you came in, because I was watching I've been watching the video all day. But Mikkel was like, this is the old Missy Elliott. And yes, it is. This is the old Missy Elliott, but it's still Missy Elliott. And Missy Elliott is best at doing Missy Elliott. And nobody, she compares to nobody because she's been creating her own lane and she's been in that own lane for 20 years. Okay? This video right here, I want all the people that's in that's from our generation back in the 90s, y'all need to get y'all children together and have them watch all of her videos to let them know this is what music videos are like. And then it's still in 2015, Missy Elliott is keeping the shit the same. And she ain't got to change a goddamn thing.
And then
shit
she
is
paired
fresh.
up with somebody who's just as creative.
Yes.
Pharrell Williams.
Yes.
Just as creative. I mean, this video, watching this video for me took me all the way back to high school. I just will not, and I've talked about it before, I just remember the songs like Is It Worth It? And You Be at Home watching the video premiere. I mean, this is what music videos were for us. And when you thought of Missy, and when you knew that Missy was coming out with something new, you knew that it was going to be like this. And so you knew that you had something to watch. It wasn't just going to be no regular, boring old video. This was a video that you were like, damn, like, oh my God. Even the video with her and Sierra.
I know what you're talking about. Lose control.
Lose control.
Lose control.
Like, I mean, it's just, that's when music videos were fun to watch. And that's when people actually took the time out to watch them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was so exciting to watch. It was so exciting. You knew that the world premiere of this was coming on at this time, and you know, we all gonna be watching it, and we all gonna be talking about it the next day at school. I mean, that's what it was about, and that's what this video reminded me of. It took me straight back to high school. And I told Kevin when I got here that Missy Elliott is his girl. She sent him a gift a few years ago. She sent him a gift and everything like that. I told him, listen, that's your girl. She's talk. Y'all talk.
We gonna get
She
her
hit
on the
me
show.
up. I said, get on that, because if you don't do it, I will.
Yes.
You know, I'm respecting him. I'm respecting. Listen, because you know
we are going to get it done. Now, Missy, a couple weeks ago I said, we want to do this interview or no. Don't favorite the tweet. No.
Yes.
We're going to get you on this show.
Right. Because I said something to her a few years ago on Twitter, and she said, oh, I would love, this and the third.
Yeah, and I was waiting for that album.
Yeah.
I said, I want Missy on when the album come out. This ain't no fucking Here I Am single, no. This is I Am Back. This is the first single off the Untitled album. I don't know what it's called. But, Missy, this is the time, okay? We're not talking about Triple Threat and Ninth Inning when you released those songs 2 years ago. I don't think you made videos for him, or you probably did make videos for him, but no. Missy, come on now. You got the whole world talking about you. You started the year off with them talking about you more than Katy Perry, okay? And now Adele is out, but bitch, you've been trending all fucking day on Twitter about you being back in this video. Missy, come on. This is time. Now it's time to get that iron is hot. Let's keep striking it. Bring that ass on the Scorpion Show. Let's talk. Bring Sheraya too. I seen Sheraya in the video. Cause like that's her protege. And I want to know what she's up to too. So come on, Missy, let's get it. Y'all know, y'all can get on Twitter too and be like, bring that ass to the Scorpion Show.
We want to see you
on the Scorpion Show. Talking with us. Let's talk about what's been going on, because we know you ain't really disappeared, because you've been writing and appearing on people's songs. You're on Janet's new album. You're on Sierra's new album. Come on, let's get it together, Missy. Let's talk. Let's talk it out. If you don't have the new single WTF, it is now on iTunes. Get the explicit version. Screw the clean version. Get the explicit version. And shout out, her and Pharrell was just boasting. Like they. Huh? I had to see her album.
I didn't know.
Yeah, she did. You did that. I love that song. Janet's new album, Burn It Up. What happened to the video? Why didn't you make a video? That video would have been hot.
Who?
Janet and Missy. I don't understand why they ain't do a video in like 10 years. For the first time they collaborated.
Janet doesn't have any music videos for
Only
this album.
one. Like Janet.
With J. Cole in it, right?
Yeah, Janet ain't do nothing. No interview. One music video.
She's on tour.
Shit, like she could do like the Because of Love video when it was like all of the tours and stuff. Make a video out the Burn It Up stuff. But Janet want us to do dance moves to her song. I'm scared to do one because I don't want my channel shut down. And y'all know I don't dance. I was just gonna make the girl dance while I direct it.
Nothing.
So let's get to the next topic. I don't even know how to, because every other topic look all sad and stuff. So, last week we found out about a boy from Chicago being killed. He was 9 years old. His name was Tyshawn Lee. And he was shot in an alley on his way to school while he was carrying his basketball. I don't care to talk about where he got shot up and, what body part. He just was killed by a gang in retaliation, or they claim allegedly it's retaliation from this gang killing him. It could be, I don't know if it's from his father, his mother, or any other family member. I do not know.
They're claiming that his father is a part of it. The police are saying that his father is a part of another gang, and that they have questioned his father, and his father has not been cooperative with them at all. Which is striking to me because, well, it's not striking to me because naturally, anybody who knows about gangs know that, unfortunately, they're not going to tell you anything. Don't even matter if it's their own family members, their own child. They're not telling you anything. So it's quite sad because I think if I was other family members, I would be pissed off at this father for not cooperating with the police. Listen, your 9-year-old son is no longer here because of your relationship in a gang and your bad blood with this other gang. It's very unfortunate when you stoop that low to lure a 9-year-old into an alleyway and brutally murder him because of the fact that he is the son of a rival gang member. That is the worst of the worst. And if they ever catch the person who did it, I hope that they give them the electric chair as many times as they most possibly can. Because you decided that I'm not gonna try to find the father. I'm gonna find something else that's gonna make the father hurt. And I'm gonna get his son. And for me, I could never understand, as long as I've been on this earth, I could never understand why people harm children. As far as raping them and killing them. I could never understand that. Because to me, I always picture a child that is struggling and they can't fight back. Especially against an adult. They can't fight back. But yet you, the adult, you actually are sitting there and watching you take the life from a child. It's just so unfortunate. It really is unfortunate and it really breaks my heart. I would be so pissed at this man that he's not speaking up to give the police any clues on what happened to his son. Because you know what's going to happen if he's thinking about retaliating against this rival gang. What's going to happen is he's going to get killed. Somebody else going to get killed. What's going to be a whole bunch of people getting killed in his family. It just is.
And they do fire bombings.
It's just
They
unfortunate.
do anything they can to get anybody back. Get your mother, your grandmother.
It's unfortunate.
They don't care.
It's so sad that we have these type of situations, and I just keep thinking about the little boy that, like, he was on his way to wherever he was going and pulled into an alley and they shot and killed him. Like, a 9-year-old at that. Like, come on. It's sad. And you know, this story reminds me of another story that I saw yesterday on CNN. I'm not going to go off because I already went off for the past 2 days. Off camera, so I'm not going to
About what happened?
Yeah, I'm about to tell you about another story. 2 mothers decided to leave their children at home.
Wait. Before you go. Now, there's been some stories about the mom and the GoFundMe account.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, we did forget about this. Yeah.
Now, I don't know what's going on. But if she's out here, if it's true that she's out here buying cars, then I would be disappointed about that. I think that she could use the money to maybe to get out of Chicago and move somewhere else. If that is the case, if she gets to keep this money, or maybe start a scholarship with some of the money, that's what I think she should do. Or use the money to, if she has other children, put it towards their college fund. Not running out to buy an expensive car. They saying it's a Chrysler 200. You know, I really don't know nothing about cars.
Listen. First of all, I didn't know about the GoFundMe account. This is why it's good to have life insurance too, on you and your children.
Say that again. Say it. Say it.
Like, how many times do I have to say this?
Not enough so they can understand.
It's good to have life insurance on you and your children.
Amen.
I don't know about the GoFundMe thing because I heard about it through social media. So I didn't even know that they had set up a GoFundMe account. Apparently the GoFundMe account was to provide assistance for the funeral. Well, I saw that the funeral for this little boy was on Tuesday. So apparently the funeral is paid for and it's over with, from my knowledge. Now, yes, there are some times where there are bills that are unpaid and you still have a funeral. Yes. What's interesting to me is, if this is the case that the funeral has not been fully paid off, then who is leaking this information to social media? Because once you leak stuff to social media, they rip and run with it as if they're a part of this whole thing. You know what I mean? Whatever this lady is doing with this money is none of my business. And I'm going to tell you why. I was taught a long time ago, when you dig in your pocket, when you see a homeless person out on the street and you dig in your pocket to give a homeless person money, you should never tell that homeless person, go buy this or go buy that, go get something to eat. If that homeless person wants to go buy drugs, let them go buy drugs. And if you don't want them to buy drugs, then don't dig in your pocket and give them any money. Because once you give them the money, it's now theirs. So you can't tell them what to do with the money that you've now given them. Am I correct?
That's right.
I've given you this money for whatever it is that you need it for. I can't make you go and buy a sandwich. I can't make you go and buy a hot cup of coffee. I can't make you do anything with the money that I've given you. I've given it to you out of the goodness of my heart because I see that you need it. And once I've given it to you, it's no longer my business what you do with it. Y'all follow what I'm saying? So if this woman paid for this funeral and it was money left over, then that's what, if she wanted to buy a car, then she bought the car. You're saying that she should have did those other things?
I would like her to do those
and listen, I would love for her to do those other things too, because I think those things are noble. But at the same time, if that's not what she decides to do, then you know,
was going in,
that's not what she decided to do.
I don't even know if that's true.
And people should stop going in, especially if you didn't give up any money. And if you did give up any money, stop acting like the money is still yours, because it's not still yours. If you're going to give somebody money and then monitor what they do with it, then you don't need to give them any money. Because once you give it to them, it's no longer yours.
Wait a minute, though.
No.
wait.
What?
Because if you collect them, let us say like you do a GoFundMe. I will want you to use the money that I gave it to you, that I donated to you. I want you to use that money for that. And if you don't, then the next time, don't start a GoFundMe account, because I won't be putting my money in.
And then that's basically what I'm saying. If they're not doing what it is that they said they're going to do with the money, then don't support them the next time. But who's to say that, first of all, how much money, what did she raise? Do we know?
It was like $170,000.
Okay, no funeral costs $170,000.
Sure,
so then that obviously means, I mean, sometimes the average funeral costs $10,000. So let's just say if this little boy's funeral was $10,000, $12,000. That's what? $90,000 left that she still has. Would you think she's not going to buy a car? Do you think she's not going to buy a new house? Do you think she's not going to? I mean, come on.
Get right the hell out of Chicago.
Exactly. And maybe that new car is for her to get right the hell out of Chicago. You see what I'm saying? I mean, if she did raise $100,000, what funeral on God's green earth costs $100,000? No funeral. So then why are we so upset that she took money, paid for this boy's funeral, took money?
It's the kind of car it is. Alleged.
What, a Chrysler 200?
I don't know what the fuck that is. I don't know about cars.
That's a hackman's car.
You know, I don't even drive.
A Chrysler 200 is a nice car, but it ain't no BMW. It ain't no Rolls Royce. It's not no Bentley. It's a regular man's car. It's a working man's car. It's a grandpa's car, to be honest with you. Don't no young guys our age drive no Chrysler 200. That's something that you would see an older guy who's retired say, oh, I'm going to buy this nice big luxury car for me and my wife to go styling and profiling that. I'm 28. I'm not buying no Chrysler 300. First of all, it's too damn big. Like, come on.
I remember when everybody was getting them when they
first came out.
Yeah.
The Chrysler 300. But my thing is, and they are nice cars, but I mean, we need to stop nitpicking. Like, okay, if she did raise $100,000, this funeral cost $12,000. That's a lot more money than she still have left over. So are we going to keep monitoring every time she spends something? And why is that anybody's business that she bought a car with that money? That's nobody's business at all. The point that I'm making is, if you're going to give somebody money, don't monitor how they're spending the money. Because if that's the case, then you shouldn't be giving it to them in the first place. Because I don't need for me to ask y'all, I need help with something, I pay for something that I need help with, and I have a little extra, and I'm going to use it for myself. You tell me, you're supposed to use it for that. Well, I did use the money that I said I was going to use it for. I don't know no funeral that costs $100,000. I ain't never been to no funeral that costs $100,000. My funeral ain't even going to cost that much.
But you want that?
But I do, yeah.
You want that platinum or gold?
I want that gold.
24 karat gold.
Yeah, they cost $100,000.
And we're going to have Aretha singing.
Yeah, no, she won't be singing to mine. No, she won't.
Well,
y'all better play her CD. Amazing Grace. You're not going to play her. That's my girl. She can sit in the front row because she's a mother of the church. Mother Franklin.
That's if she shows up while her name is on the neck. While her name is on the card.
Okay.
You know, that's when
She didn't show up. She didn't show up. She didn't show up for fabulous fair. No, she didn't.
She's like, what?
And that church is wheelchair accessible. So why couldn't they wheel you in?
And then she went on to sing that night.
At Radio City, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It must have been too tough for poor Aretha.
It probably was. You know, some people don't show up to funerals because it's just too tough for them. And that's understandable. You know what I mean? Because you don't, you know, some people are really, really traumatized by, especially by death, but not only death, but when you have somebody so close to you that dies and then they're younger than you. Because Whitney Houston was old enough to be Aretha Franklin's daughter. That could have been her daughter. And then you see them in the casket. Sometimes that's just too hard for people.
Yeah.
I've known family members to go to a viewing but not to the funeral because they're like, I can't take this. I don't want to see you like that. This guy, I'm sorry to keep going on and on, but this lady at my church, her son was killed last week. I think I was telling you about that. Her son was killed last week, and you know, the father said he couldn't even go down to the hospital to see his son's body because he was like, I don't want to see my son like that. And it's understandable. Some parents just are like, I can't see my child like that. I don't want to see my child like that. And it hurts me when I think about when my grandmom died because of the age that I was, my mom thought best not to take me to the funeral. And so the memories that I have of my grandmother are not of her in a casket, but of her alive. Mm-hmm. But as I get older, I wish I would have seen her in that casket because then I would have had closure. Mm-hmm. Because growing up, yes, I'm told that she's dead, and I know she's dead, but growing up, I'm like, damn, like, I need to make sure that she's really dead. You know what I mean? It's like, you have to really make sure. And then, the good thing is, she does come to me in my dreams, and we have to get to have conversations and stuff like that. She ain't been in my dreams in a while, but that's a whole different thing.
Now go back to the
story of the two moms.
Yes.
Alabama. Some of you probably heard this story. These two mothers decided that they were going to go out to the club, and they were going to leave their children home. Well, I think it was about 6 children. Let's just say 6 children. A 1-year-old and the oldest child that was left at home was 8 years old.
6 years old, the oldest child was 8.
No, not 6 years old. The ages range from 1 to 8.
Oh, 1 to 8, okay.
Well, one of the 8-year-olds got annoyed at the 1-year-old because as a baby...
Oh, I heard about that!
...was crying and crying, and so this 8-year-old...
Beat the 1-year-old.
Beat the 1-year-old to death. Head traumas and everything. The mothers finally come back home later on that night, around 2 in the morning. Of course, the mothers, they come home from the club, they go straight to sleep. Because the whole house is quiet, everybody's in the bed asleep. The mother of the little girl doesn't find out that her child is dead until the next morning when she wakes up and discovers her child dead. The 8-year-old was charged with murder, and I think that they said that the mother was charged with manslaughter. The mother's lawyer did an interview, and he was saying, you know, he's not really understanding how she was charged with manslaughter because it takes this to be charged with for that. And I'm thinking, like, this guy actually had... Oh, and then he also said, and we don't really know where she was. We have to find out where exactly people were because they're saying... And I'm thinking to myself, you're actually sitting up here, and I know this is your job, and I know you get paid to defend, but you're actually sitting up here and making an excuse for a woman who left her 1-year-old in the care of an 8-year-old. Mm-hmm. This 8-year-old beat this 1-year-old to death. And you have the audacity to sit on television and say, well, we don't really know who was there. We do know an adult wasn't there. Because if an adult was there, I'm sure this would have never even happened. Yes, this mother should be charged with something. But you know what one of the police officers said? I don't even think she should be charged with anything. Because this right here is so bad that she's going to have this on her mind for the rest of her life. And this is going to be her punishment. The fact that knowing that you left your 1-year-old in the house with an 8-year-old, and this is the result. And I sat back and I said, I actually see what he's saying. No jail time for this lady. Just let her live her life.
Because she will live.
Because she's going to live her life, and he said she's going to have a miserable life knowing that this is what happened. And it's so unfortunate that you got these people out here, like for instance, I've seen on the news, this one guy left his son in the car while he went to the casino. He left his son in the parking lot and went inside and was gambling and gambling and gambling during the summertime. And people walked by and saw this child and called the police to go gambling. It doesn't make, I mean, this one woman Walmart. She goes into Walmart with her eldest daughter and leave the baby in the car. And then when the cops and everything come, somebody's recording, and she's like, oh my God, oh my God. And I think she claimed that she forgot. And they're like, but how the fuck you forget you had a baby in this car?
This thing with the kids in the car, this shit is getting old.
It's getting old real fast.
All this, I forgot, and I was on my way to work. No, y'all gonna stop this shit.
Yeah, you're gonna stop that shit. You're gonna really stop that. Especially when it comes to the welfare of a child. And then in the summertime, you leaving kids in the hot car. I don't even want to sit in the hot car in the summertime.
No, and I hate getting in them. And I've been wondering how that car gets so fucking hot so fast. Turn the air on real fast.
And then that blows out, and then that gets even hotter. You gotta make one appointment, then you gotta make another appointment, and wait for the parts to get there. You ain't got no places for your parts and things.
And don't complain about it.
Yeah.
You gotta wait 10 more days.
Then you gotta wait 10 more damn days. You was a bad girl because you said something about it. Oh, you wanted to speak to the corporate office, did you? Well, you get 10 more damn days.
Yes.
Who the fuck you think you is? You want to report somebody. And I had to let them know, I don't want the guy's job. Jobs is hard to find. Shit, I'm having a hard time with mine, which I really am. But when I pay you my money, you deliver what you're supposed to deliver. You're supposed to be a big ass company. You got to send away for every damn thing you need. What kind of shit is that? You got no place for your supplies and things. I already said that line, alright.
Yes.
That's still my video.
Yes. It's 6 years old.
Still my video. Yeah. Because she went in.
Yes, she did.
She went in and she was telling the truth. She was telling the fucking truth. Everything your mom said in that video was the truth. They will have you on hold, or they will keep sending you to different people who can't speak a bit of English. A bit of English. And then when you ask for that number, the main number, because truth be told, I've asked for the main number. Oh, we can solve that problem right here. And then when you tell them what it is, don't get me wrong, because she was right. They are very polite. They are.
Because they don't want to get in trouble for not doing that.
Let me tell you, there's not a rude one on the phone. They are all well-bred on how to answer a phone. But they still, to this day, have not solved my problem with fixing my goddamn washing machine. They're very polite, but they have not fixed the problem. And that's where the problem lies.
Yes.
Because when I call you, I don't want you to be polite. I want you to tell me who's going to come the fuck over here to fix this damn washing machine.
Yes, and we had a problem with our freezer. And this time it wasn't Sears. It was General Electric.
General Electric.
And she went telling y'all worse than Sears. And let's not talk about how we had to go like a month without a freezer.
No.
It was terrible. It's terrible because, you know, we always got food.
Yes.
In the freezer.
You don't know how some have food. Look what this says. Read the caption out. No,
I don't want to look at the eye.
I know, but just read the caption.
You can literally buy anything off of eBay.
And then look what it says.
Oh!
Read what it says.
I see it.
And why would they say that? That's not nice.
Ooh, I hate the eyeball. I don't know why I do. I hate to see people get punched in the eye, shot. I hate all of that stuff to the eye. Ooh.
So yeah. So what were we talking about?
My memory up. So, but yeah, we got the new freezer. They gave us that new freezer.
No, what were we talking about before we went to Mom's Square?
Yeah, but the kids, I don't like talking about kids getting killed, beat up. I hate it.
Sad.
Yeah, but that little girl, what was going on in her mind to make her just beat this little 1-year-old up?
Well, we don't know if it was a little girl. I think it was a little boy who did it.
Oh, I thought it was a girl.
I think it was a boy. I don't know.
Think I'm gonna be smelling that? No. This smells good, bitch.
That wasn't a fart.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't my foot.
Oh. That was a fart. You ain't gonna tell me that wasn't no fucking fart, bitch. What foot do that? Do it again. Okay.
No! I'm just telling you, you better fucking believe me. One thing I don't have to do is lie to you.
But see, the glade took over. So listen.
Real fast.
Yes, and I can't even smell it. I can't smell it.
Because I can't smell nothing but that.
So listen, the Mizzou, like, there's been a lot of threats going on the Mizzou campus, and It's just crazy. Now I will somebody first of all not text me. Somebody sent me a message on Facebook at 3 o'clock in the morning talking about the Ku Klux Klan and the white people is saying white power and all of this on campus. And I'm just like, are y'all serious? And then I seen that people were had all of these tweets going on, and then yesterday I seen the Black on Campus tweets and stuff. It's just like we are really going back into like the 1950s and 1960s, and I don't see how people have time for that. When you going to college and shit,
that shouldn't even be on your.
You should be going to college to get your degree and get a job, get a house, husband, children, and continue that job until you retire, and the cycle goes on. Why are people wasting their time hating on another race because of their skin color, because of their background, because of whatever? It doesn't matter. What I am should not affect you while we're going to school. If anything, we could be friends, or if you don't like black people because of their race or where they from, don't fucking associate with black people. But to be racist, it's just, in 2015, the shit is ridiculous. It is very ridiculous that we have parents that are still teaching their children to hate another race because of their color. It's sad that we are still doing this in 2015. I'm about to say, Bobby can't come in here.
No, I opened it because I started getting hot.
It's just, I'm just still not understanding this. You got, children are going to play. They don't get into, oh, well, you have white skin and you have black skin and your hair and this. Come on, man. Then you up there shouting white power and, you know, make it seem like you don't want the black students there. But I'm sure there are teachers that want to teach and they want to help these students. But y'all really have to get on the ball with these students. Find out who these students are and expel them. No one should have to go to school in fear. No one should wake up thinking, oh my God, I can't go to class because I might get shot or I might get stabbed or, you know, the white people might try to hang me. Like, come on. Y'all are like in your early 20s, late teens. Can we get it together?
Like this.
Yeah, and since it's so bad, I think that the campus should have police officers.
Security.
Yeah, extra security on all of their campuses just to make sure that this isn't going on. This is ridiculous. It really, I don't even know what other way to describe this. And you would think that people that's growing up, they already know that is wrong. You see that is wrong. It's all over social media. And still you got people dressing up in blackface.
Yeah.
You still got that too. Let me lift chat you tell me. I don't think that was just a sign.
No,
I just get so sick and tired of seeing it, hearing about it. Then you got officers just treating black people like they ain't shit. You know, they tasing them to death. I seen a video last night of a man that I guess he had a cocaine handcuff. I guess he had a cocaine. He was overdosing on the cocaine that was making him go crazy. And you tased him in the car. You tased him outside. Now when they tased him outside, I understood that part. But why is there multiple officers tasing
one person?
Yeah.
Why is all
bullets going through the body?
And then they have the nerves to say that, I read today, that, the death wasn't due to the tasing, but it was due to the cocaine.
No, no, bitch. You let somebody send 50,000 volts times 3 through your body. Let's see if you fucking survive.
That's a lot of time.
Yes. And that's 50,000 volts going through your body. That's over 150,000 volts. Yeah. Your heart is going to stop.
Yeah, that's a lot of volts.
Shit. Y'all want to say, oh, it was the cocaine. Fuck that, bitch. Y'all want to stop paying these coroners to lie on the fucking shit. Ain't nobody, y'all can lie here, but wait till y'all get upstairs. If you get there. See how many lies you can tell there. Is this all ridiculous, y'all? And I hate talking about it. I hate that we got to keep this. We've been talking about this forever. When is this shit going to stop?
It's not.
I ain't never said, oh, I don't like you because you white and you got money and y'all took us from Africa. Like, come on. We're here.
We're here.
We're here. Ain't shit I can do about that.
Right. You probably help me do something. You can help me get a damn job, and I can help you cook some oxtail.
Yeah, and I can help you fry some chicken. Oh no! Don't say that, Kevin. Oh, now you just try.
Well, it's true.
Well, we know how to cook.
Yeah, and heaven no not fried chicken because they stuffed and bland. And the macaroni and cheese don't have enough cheese.
That ain't macaroni and cheese.
And I don't eat stovetop stuffing. I eat the regular,
the homemade.
Yes, what they call down south dressing. You bake that cornbread, you take it out the oven, you step it on top, you take it and you mush it all up, you put your onions and that type of stuff, and I don't eat no stuffing out of the damn box. What the fuck is going on here? Then you serving turkey and it's dry, no ham, no nothing on Thanksgiving.
And if you want to learn how to cook,
then you give me milk to drink at dinner for Thanksgiving. I'm not drinking no milk with no Thanksgiving dinner.
Milk? Who drinks milk?
Well, didn't they do that? Leave it to Beaver and all stuff like that.
Fuck that. Let me tell you something, okay? I was just talking about this. People get scared of, because they dieting at Thanksgiving.
Kool-Aid. It's soda.
Most of the stuff you eat at Thanksgiving is healthy food. But this is the thing. You don't know when to stop. Bitch, you take a little bit of turkey, put some collard greens.
No, that's what you do.
Yeah, because that's what I'm going to do. I'm not eating up everything. No, I might go back.
No, you are going to eat up everything.
You know me.
Yeah, I do. Don't tell me about no.
I'm saying,
Dr. Oz.
if you are in control, remember, you are in control of everything you put in your body, everything you eat and you drink. You are in control. So don't blame it on somebody else cooking because it was just so good. No, bitch. You didn't have to go get that cake along with the other sweet potato pies and everything that's all around the table. You don't have to eat the apple pie. You don't have to eat none of that. Just put some cranberry sauce, get some turkey, some collard greens, macaroni and cheese. Oh my God, it's too much.
Ham. If you got ham, you got fried
chicken.
chicken.
all you supposed to have 2 meats.
No, bro.
Don't just have no 1 meat.
Sometimes some people have ham, chicken, turkey,
or whatever
pork
they
chop,
can get.
sauce.
And then they got the nerve on the news today to talk about a fucking shortage of turkeys, and they're going to drive up the prices of turkeys, making it hard for lower income people to get turkeys.
Well,
but see, this is the thing. Y'all, if you can't get your turkey, find a place in your neighborhood that's giving out Thanksgiving baskets, because they always got them somewhere.
Okay?
Yes, and they're giving out big ass turkeys too. Not no little turkeys. They give out big turkeys.
And if you can't find no damn turkey, you better find a pigeon
One
somewhere.
time,
and some of these pigeons are fat, like they feeding.
Woo! And make sure they turkeys. Last year, my mom had 5 fucking turkeys.
Well, look at all the people that be in this
yes, but we had
house.
to get some away.
Your mom, she didn't even need 5 turkeys. All she needed was 2. Really, 2.
Yeah.
5 is
and they can hack a turkey up in here. Like they will hack. You know how you? I'm talking about hack it up, like fuck it up,
fuck it up, like I don't even want to eat this.
You got to find the meat. Oh, like come on.
You got to make one. You got to. What she said? You got to make one. You got to make another. And that takes even longer.
Yes.
I could have did better by going the hell out there and getting Chef Roble to cut this damn turkey up. And wouldn't have to pay as
much, okay?
But I tell you one damn thing. You better have a turkey.
But then, and the ham be so, oh my God, when the ham is in the juice and you just dip that.
By the time you get there, the juice is all sucked up.
It's like, damn, what happened?
Because if they ain't get it, I know what them cats got.
Now you really went to the cat? No fuck. I don't play with that. Now you want to wait like everybody else gonna fucking wait. And you round. Bitch, I'll cut you a piece. Wait till my mother Woo! And they go round all in your face. Because they want some.
Yeah. Because it's about 10 of them waiting in line. You think it's a soup kitchen for cats in there. But you're running the shelter.
You can't eat shit. Because they all in. We put the food in the
That's
house.
another reason why I don't like cats, because I don't like them in my face.
Oh my God, they can smell the meat, like the raw meat. They can smell it, and they want it. And bitch, you can wait. But yeah, ooh, Thanksgiving is gonna be.
I had to come back for raw meat, but I don't leave it alone.
Let me tell you one thing about raw meat.
My face, my mind thinks real fast. Until you already know I was on the money with that raw meat joke. But I'm not gonna say it.
Don't.
It's a little too vulgar. Too vulgar. I'm not gonna say it.
But
even I have my limits. Go ahead.
But shout out to those that watch Being Mary Jane. Somebody asked me, "Are you want to do review?" I can't. That's a show I can't review. That is a show I just love to watch.
I don't even want to review it.
No, let me chill and watch. It's like a real grown-up show. That's another thing network television is missing. Cable TV always got the good shit. Put that on network television. There are Mary Janes all over. But I know a lot of women, not just black women, could relate to Mary Jane, the pressures of work, the issues going on in your personal life, then the issues going on in your love life, your nagging ass parents, your nieces. It's just a mess. It's a mess. And Loretta Devine, you played the fuck out of CC. And I do hope that you come back, because they revealed you as a fraud, but you were a good ass fraud to me. Because I really think you opened Mary Jane's eyes, not just to her being a fraud, just to her taking her power back too. She might not have seen it, but you were the start of it. Like I said, you told her, Mary Jane, you're my blessing. But in the midst of it, I believe that you are her. You are her blessing. You are a blessing to her as well. That's what I think. And then I don't want the girlfriend to get back with the guy, because he's just a hot ass man. And she can't raise her children. She crying, couldn't even bake the fucking brownies right. Too much. What else has been going on? It's hot. I gotta turn that air on.
I want to talk a little bit about the minimum wage.
Yeah, talk about it.
Because the Republicans, they did their another one of their debates on Fox the other night, and I watched it. And minimum wage, the topic of minimum wage came up, and Donald Trump, Ben Carson, and I forget who else. It was a third person who they asked the question about with minimum wage. I think it was Marco Rubio, and they asked them about it, and they all came with the same conclusion that they felt as though minimum wage should not be raised. It should not be raised. And I remember, I think it was either Donald Trump or Ben Carson, one of them saying that they felt as though, or both of them, they felt as though if the minimum wage was raised, and they didn't give us a specific price, but if it was raised, then it would somehow, or I think if it was taken, let's say if it was taken to $15 an hour, that it would somehow give people the idea that they don't have to work as hard and they don't have to go to school to get a good education, because they're somehow getting this benefit. Now, I found it quite interesting, because I know a lot of people talk about, the economy and how the economy is down, how more money should be put into the economy in order to get the economy to grow. And I was saying to myself, someone who's making, because the minimum wage in this country is $7.25. It's been $7.25 since 2009. Someone in this country that is making $7.25 an hour, I doubt if they are financially able to put money back into this economy, because they're not making enough money to put into the economy. They're only making enough to keep in their pocket, so that if something were to happen, they have that little bit of money to hold on to. I don't think that minimum wage should be taken to $15 an hour. I really don't. I do think that it should start at $10 an hour, because $7.25 an hour is just really ridiculous. That's
especially
really
in 2015.
Especially in 2015. I mean, there's nobody who should be making what's the name. And then I was reading even further that they said that basically if you're a waiter, you're making $2 something an hour, and with the tips being added on, the tips should not come up. The tips that you make, it should not come up to less than $7.25 an hour. So that it can, no, not saying that the tips you should only make $7 an hour, but the tips that you make should be able to get you to that minimum wage level. You see what I'm saying? It should get you to that minimum. Because I remember when I found out that waiters and stuff be making like $2 or $3 an hour, I was like, hold up, so come again? Like
$2.12, $2.13.
And then somebody explained to me, I have this hang now, sorry y'all. But somebody explained to me, because they're basically working off the tips, and I'm like, oh, I don't want that type of job, because I really don't. But it's unfortunate, because I'm thinking like, I don't see the problem with making minimum wage $10 an hour. I really don't. I think that's a good compromise, coming from $7.25 to $10. But I mean, people were bashing fast food employees for saying that they wanted to start off with $15 an hour. Now, I don't know how true that is. I think a lot of people who are in their position would love to start off with $15 an hour, but I don't think that that is something that they honestly think will actually happen. Because a lot of people, I think you were one of those people who explained to me that some people, especially in unions, they start off with a high number and try to compromise in the middle. And that $15 an hour may just be that high number.
But in New York, they're going to push it to $15 an hour, like minimum wage. But places like New York, they need $15.
Oh yeah, the cost of living in New York alone, the cost of living in New York is way more expensive than the cost of living here in Philadelphia. So yes, I could totally understand that. But I feel so bad because, you know, people are making jokes about, well, you know, you did this, that, and the third, and, you know, a reporter telling a young lady today that, you know, you want to make $15 an hour. Paramedics don't even make $15 an hour, and they save lives. First and foremost, I didn't know that paramedics didn't make some didn't make $15 an hour. And my boss said to me, he said, no, there aren't a lot of, I mean, there are some paramedics who don't make $15 an hour. And I said, are you kidding me? Like, I'm riding around all night, you know, I have to save these people's lives until I get them, or try to keep them alive until we get them to the hospital. And you start me off with $13, $14 an hour? Are you kidding me?
Now, let's not act like, I want to say some companies, they can pay $15 an hour because corporations like McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, those are billion-dollar corporations. And those upper heads make so much money. So it's not like they can't pay out
you're right.
the $15. But I don't agree with $15 an hour. I would say give them $12 an hour. Even some people might say that's not too high.
No.
I think that's enough because they are dealing with people, attitudes all day. Some
Customer
are cooking.
service, yeah.
Yes, it's customer service, and I do think that they deserve that. But $15, no, especially with no degree, no. Now unless you are really, really good at what you do, and they say, well, you know what? He or she doesn't have a degree, but she's a great manager, so we can give her that.
Because some jobs start people off with a degree at $15, $16 an hour. And you know, another thing, people should stop making jokes about people who work in fast food services saying, well, y'all need to go to school and stuff like that. You don't know if that worker may actually be in school and they're working at McDonald's to pay for their cost of living or whatever the case may be. So I think a lot of people should just stop doing that. But yes, I don't agree that someone who just graduated 4 years of college and gets a job making $17 an hour, starting off at $17 an hour with a college degree, and then you have somebody who's never went to college and making $15 an hour, $2 difference, that's not adding up. It really isn't adding up. And so, yes, I agree. It should be either, if it ain't going to be 12, 10. But it should definitely be over $9 an hour.
Yes.
It should definitely be over $9 an hour. Because I can't see how anybody is living off of $7.25. I remember the days when I used to make $10 an hour. And I remember, and I didn't even have an abundant amount of bills like some other people do. And I remember, I was like, damn, like, oh my God, I can't believe it. You know what I mean? Like, it's, come on. I remember those days. And I saw this, this young lady left a comment on one of my posts where I was talking about minimum wage. And she was saying that, you know, she, at one point, she was making 10 something an hour. And she had kids and an apartment. And she said she made it work. And I was like, God bless her, because
that's a lot of sacrifice.
That's a lot of sacrifices with just 10 something an hour. And she was able to make that work. God bless her. But she also explained that she didn't have, her rent wasn't as expensive. And I think it was something else that she said that she didn't have. But to even have children and living off of $10 an hour, that is a blessing. Because you got to take care of you and your kids. And food
on the table,
rent,
light.
Before you know it, your check is gone. You put $20 in the blink of your eye.
Yeah.
Okay? And I got 10 damn people in my house.
Yeah, I mean, I'm ready to get another job. Because this one job is not, it's never been just enough. Because if I was living by myself, oh, you best believe I will be working somewhere else. I will be working and doing this at the same damn time. But it's tough out here. It is really tough out here. And I do believe that people should be making more money. Especially when you are on the front lines of a company. I say do right by your workers. Pay them the right amount of money. There's no reason why workers have to struggle to pay for sneakers for their children, clothes, food, light bills, education. There's so much going on, and y'all think that they're not worthy of it, but they're worthy enough to get on. and sell. I mean, and ring
And
people
sell
off
your
for
product?
$7.25. Where?
And not only that, when you stop and think about it, some of the stuff that they ringing up is more than what they make.
Yeah. Way more, and I'd be like, damn, well, they got my money right there. That's
Right.
what I be saying when I used to be in that.
You know what I mean? It's so unfortunate. It really is so unfortunate. And
Yeah.
I think that, I mean,
That's why.
listen, other people have different ideas about how to put money back in the economy, and you know, I mean, we just agree to disagree. But I think that I don't know how you are expecting people to put more money back into the economy when you're not giving them more money to spend to put in the economy. I just, that's how I'm looking at it. Like, they don't have enough money to go out and spend. They don't have it. When you're making $7, $8 an hour, how you going to expect them to go out and spend? What they spending? They ain't got nothing to spend.
And that's why it's important to be on your children and be and let them know that there's more to, and I'm not disrespecting anybody, but there's more to life than just being a fast food worker and or just working and getting by. You could be whatever you want to be in life, and that's, and stress the importance of education. And that's what I find myself having a hard time with in my house when it comes to my nieces. It's like, you can do so much better than what you're doing, but it's tough when you got somebody that's not getting what you're trying to let them know. Because, you know, you see all these young girls that are getting pregnant, they just don't have a goddamn clue. And instead, what if you didn't have the children? What would you do? You would be off to school, doing your thing, getting that degree and getting a great job, and you know, you might meet your man on campus and be a college sweetheart. You just never know how different your life would be if you just focus on the education and be trying to become a greater person. Even me, right now, like, oh, don't cry. My struggle right now in my life is this. Like, okay, the things that were supposed to happen, they didn't happen at the time. But in that time, you could have been in school. Even if you don't have an undergraduate, you could at least have your associates. So right now, I'm just like, when I went to Brandon's graduation, that was just like so much inspiration for me that I'm like, I'm going to go to a community college, but this is my thing. Now, do I want to stay in Philadelphia? It's just so much on my plate right now. I have so much that I have to deal with in my personal life. But I wish I would have started this soon as I left Lions to go instead of just doing the YouTube thing. But this is just, to me, this is just how God has everything aligned for me. But I still have to follow Him as well, and it's a lot going on in my life. Y'all just don't understand.
Well, you know what's so funny? Because it's never really too late. Because
it's not too late.
This January, I plan on going back and taking these classes, and I'm going to tell you what it is when we're finished. But I'm so excited about doing that because it's true. There's so much more, and I'm like, and you know, I love money.
That's right.
I see some of y'all leave comments when I do scroll through. Oh, he just there for a check. No, I'm there to entertain y'all, but I am not doing this for free. So yes, give me my
Nobody works for free.
I don't work for free. I ain't never worked for free. Okay? So yes, I love money. So the more that I can, y'all, if y'all follow me on social media, you see that I post stuff on Instagrams about, you know, you want, and people be hitting me up, and y'all see, I know some of y'all get tired when y'all see me promoting people's stuff. Yeah, well, I'm getting paid to do that because Mikkel loves.
Yes, and you can pay the Scorpion Show too if you want a little intro and you want to pay. All this content.
I love money. And you should love it too. You don't love God, I love God. What's wrong with you? You don't love money, I love money. What's wrong with you? Okay? I love money. And you should love it too. And I don't understand people who don't want to get up and work. I don't. And another thing, this is probably one of the reasons
But you
why,
gotta have some money coming in from somewhere.
You do. No, but and that's what I was getting ready to say. I don't understand, you know, well, yeah, but you do, but if the money's coming from the government when you are able to get the fuck up and work, and then I gotta get up and work so that my tax-paying, there I go. And then I have to get up and work so that my tax-paying dollars, they take out of my check every 2 weeks, and they take a lot of money out of my checks every 2 weeks, can pay and to afford your luxury of staying home all day. And yes, I do have a problem with that. And that is also one of the reasons why you don't have a lot of people putting money into the economy because a lot of people are on welfare. And so therefore, if they are getting money from the government to spend, naturally they're going to save up the money that they're making or the little bit of money that they're making, and they're just going to spend the government's money. Not the government's money, my money, the taxpayers' money, okay? And I don't care what nobody say, I don't care how you feel about it. The money that you're getting from welfare is coming from people like me who get up and work every damn day. It is unfortunate. And I love Judge Million because she got this one girl together. You are on Section 8 and you come to court suing for $5,000 worth of stuff. Why do you have $5,000 worth of merchandise in a Section 8 house? If you can afford that, then you don't need to be in a Section 8 house. Because now I'm getting mad. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense to me. And that's where I agree with the Republicans. I agree with them on that. If I can get up and work, then so can you. As a matter of fact, I'll help you get a job. You know, somebody.
And this don't apply to everybody that's on welfare.
No, it don't apply for everybody. No, it doesn't apply. It applies to those who are able-bodied, can get up. Not for those who can't, but for those who can get up and choose not to. Like yesterday, somebody told me, and I'm gonna tell you who told me yesterday. Oh, I don't want no job. Why? You're younger than me. You talking about you don't want no job?
I think I probably know what you mean. Yeah.
Listen.
Yes.
Yes. And I'm gonna tell you about that too when we get off of this. Because I've been feeling something about this particular situation for a long time, and I don't like some of the stuff that was said. But I'm not even gonna go any further. But yes, don't think that because the government needs to crack down on people like that. They just need to crack down on people like that. And I do agree with the Republicans when it comes to welfare. Yes, there are too many people who should not be on welfare. It's too many taking advantage of the system. I wish I could stay at home. No, actually, I don't wish I could stay at home all day. Because then, when I'm off for too long of a time, I want to get up and go to work. I know some of y'all feel like when you're off just for too long, you're like, damn, now I want to get back to work. Because now I done watched all the Jerry Springers. I done watched all the Maury's. I done took 5 or 6 naps in one day. It's time to get up and do something. And that's all I have to say about welfare.
Yeah. I think I'm like, yeah, it's more than one just. Who is?
That first number looks real familiar.
Yeah, I don't know who it is. Oh, I don't know who she was.
What's the next topic?
Yeah, the next topic is
Because it's going on 6 o'clock, and this is about to be over.
Time is going by quick. So yeah, there will be some new Housewives franchises coming on Bravo. Starting in January, the Real Housewives of Potomac, which is basically the new Real Housewives of DC, which they try to slide in the Potomac thing in there. Or this is like saying Real Housewives of King of Prussia instead of Real Housewives of Philadelphia. To me, it's all the same shit. But they have a host of black women, but they're not just black, just straight black women. They're like biracial black women. That's going to be the new thing on Bravo. And then they have the Real Housewives of Dallas. Now, I'm not sure how all of these housewife franchises are going to fit in, because it's a whole lot of them.
Listen, Andy Cohen is making that.
Yes,
that's another man that likes money.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you something. Not one of the franchises are successful. All of them are successful. Beverly Hills is successful. New Jersey, all of them are successful.
New York, Atlanta, and except for the ones that Miami.
Yeah, but you know.
But so what?
But he got
added 2 more.
He got more that are. He got more that are successful than aren't successful. And Andy Cohen knows how to bring in that money. And then he got to Watch What Happens Live, and he actually has top-notch guests on the show.
I'm really liking the lineup for Bravo on Sunday night. Now this untying of nothing. They had Toya and Memphis, or Memphis, as he say. This is my thing.
There was a guy in the Shut Up, because there was a guy on XTube that went by that name too.
So shut up.
And I know
let me know.
What I'm talking about. No, these are old videos, so I don't even.
It couldn't be. What was it? Gay video?
Was it straight videos?
Was it straight?
I'm not answering this question.
Wow. Listen. Toya, this is my thing. Toya, you marry a man to be with him for the rest of your life, not to share him and give him 8 hall passes a year. That gives him 8 chances to bring you STDs a year.
That's what he said.
Yes.
And what example are you setting for your daughter?
Yeah. and then she's not allowed to have no other man.
No, of course not.
In no days, and this is fine. That's when I changed the channel over to the Eagles versus Dallas Cowboys.
Because
I was done.
It's bull fucking
Yeah,
shit.
they talked about all the strain of K. Michelle and everything. They never said her name. But, you know, K. Michelle just happy she dodged that bullet. Because look what TV show they're on now. You know, went from BET to Bravo to talk about how bad your relationship was and all the things that's going on and who's going to get what from the marriage.
Yeah. Can I say something?
Toya is so much better.
Fox News, y'all need to have us on talk about this type of stuff rather than just Empire. What I'm talking about.
Yes.
Could you imagine? People would really like, yeah, they were really too fucking, they would not wait until we could. What? And Jen, you can come inside and we can take over about a good 5 minutes and just get all that out.
Yes. We can do it real fast.
Real fast. Because I'm
5 minutes
for
for Kevin and Kev.
Yep. 5 minutes for Kevin and Kev. That could be the segment name. You get 2.5 minutes and I get 2.5.
Yes. And then we'll over talk for the rest. Because you know we're going to go past 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But yes.
But Toya, you tried to let that man do that to you. For your next man, just have someone totally opposite of Lil Wayne, totally opposite of Memphis. Just get you a regular man with a good paying job. Because there are good men in Atlanta that make money. And I'm talking about have a job.
Not in the music industry.
Yes. You could get somebody like that. And nobody that, never mind. Just
I didn't say
I didn't say anything.
I didn't say anything either. But I know one thing. I didn't say it. I didn't. I thought it. But I didn't say it.
But just do a good job and say, don't let Tiny pick him out for you.
No.
Don't let Tamar pick him out.
No.
Find him on your own. And let him be a real good man. I mean, a real good. Toy, you too pretty for all of this drama.
And you too pretty to let a man walk all over you.
Yeah, and not saying that ugly girls should get walked on.
Right,
That's not
because it's not the case. But Tori,
come on.
you're beautiful
Yes.
to the point that a man should never want to walk over you.
Yeah.
You're a beautiful woman. You don't get into that fray of this Hollywood industry. You stay to yourself. You do what it is that you need to do. You raise your daughter. We have not ever heard anything bad about you or your daughter in the news except for when K. Michelle came out and said about men hits.
Okay. Memphis hits them, all right.
Yeah, he hits them. Punches them and he fucks them real hard. 8 hall passes. What school does he go to? The school of sex ed. Because let me tell you something. Anytime somebody says that my wife gives me 8 chances to cheat on her, I'm going to try to figure out as hard as I can who does the thinking in the Memphis household. Do they even have hall passes for that type of behavior? They barely have hall passes when you go to the damn bathroom.
Okay.
Where's the hall pass? Oh, we don't do that.
Oh.
Why
How you lose a hall pass?
How did you leave the hall pass in the bathroom? Well, go get it. It's a big ass block that you took in there with you. How'd you leave that? That said hall fucking pass on the side of it. A big brown little wooden thing that if you hit somebody hard enough, you'd kill them. Don't get into no fight.
Don't get no ideas, students watching this or listening to it.
They don't have hall passes no more.
They don't? Oh,
No, they don't have damn hall pass. These kids are the hall pass. What? They tell the teacher what they're going to do.
Yes, you better go
The
off.
teacher say, get out of this classroom. No. No. I was too afraid to tell the teacher no.
Somebody gonna tell us, but don't act. And one in front of it, y'all acting like y'all were angels. Nobody said we were angels. I mean, we told you plenty of times how scared we were. Well, I got beat up in class. I got my ass.
First of all, what? No, first of all, I was a class fucking clown, okay? But when the teacher told me to get my ass up, I had to get my ass up. You know why? Because I didn't want them to call Marcy or Mike. That's because my parents had that fear over me. That don't fuck with me. Okay? Some people don't get up because they know that ain't shit gonna happen to them when they get home. It ain't about being an angel. It's about being smart. When you know that you're gonna get that ass when you get home.
And some kids right now, they tell you, oh, my mom ain't gonna do nothing.
Oh, they will tell you in a minute. Oh, my mom not gonna do nothing. Why you telling her she not gonna do nothing? You right. Is your mom even home? Is she ever home? Do you even know your mom?
I was gonna add on, but no, we're not gonna go there with that.
Because some of them don't.
Yeah.
You know why? Because the grandmom's too busy raising. And half the time, the grandma's not even their grandma.
Yeah.
It's a neighbor. It's the old lady.
Oh my God, that's getting a check.
That's getting a check for raising them. I was watching a movie last night. The lady said, I have my son, but now I'm raising all these other kids.
Yeah.
And they call me grandma. Well, why the fuck are they calling you grandma? Where's your son? Oh, he ran off, so other people just leave their kids on me.
Yes. But you know what? You got to be careful of them grandmoms you got watching your children.
You do.
Because they will be running in the street and you in the house. Something happened. Oh, who's responsible? Oh, that was grandma.
The grandma. How'd you leave that 87-year-old woman in charge of a 15-year-old girl? A fast-ass 15-year-old girl. She told that old lady, shut up, and sit down and sit there with her. And that old lady's not going to move fast enough to go get her. At 87? Are you kidding me? I'm 28 and I barely want to run up the damn stuff.
I'm done with you. And the last thing, but before I go, before we go, I'm just gonna send my best wishes to Tamar, because I know that she's in the hospital with from Dancing with the Stars. At first they thought it was pneumonia. It's not pneumonia. She had 4, I don't know how many blood clots. She has blood clots in her lungs. And blood clots in the lung are a very serious thing.
Blood clots
pulmonary
in
embolism.
Because they travel.
Yes, and they can get you.
And you
can go to
do you
your
remember
heart.
David Bloom from NBC?
I remember that name.
He died from, remember, he was covering...
Was he over in Iraq or something?
And he was covering the war in Iraq, and he developed them blood clots in his leg, and they traveled, because he didn't know he had them, traveled from his leg to his brain and killed him. And David Bloom was a regular figure on NBC News. And he was one of the top people over there during the Iraq war. I remember that because we was in high school when that was all happening. I'm going to show you a picture of him, you're going to be like, oh yes, him. But keep talking, sweetheart.
Yeah. So that's what she's been diagnosed with. So she had to quit Dancing with the Stars. And I know that before, you know, she was in the hospital, but she came back to make it for the group dance or whatever. But Tamar, I remember that David Bloom, not this clean cut one.
Yeah, well, yeah. Well, I remember that one too.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
It's so sad. That was really sad. Because I remember he talked with like a little lisp too, like his tongue wasn't long enough to go all the way out of his mouth.
Yeah, but Tamar, you did the damn thing. You on there every week. I don't even know, because I don't know if you ever in the bottom. But look, you survived all of those weeks. As much of a big mouth as you are, you did the damn thing. You danced. You did the reel. You were on tour. You had to cancel your tour. Like, you've done great. So be proud of your accomplishments. If there's ever a second chance season like Dancing with the Stars do, I hope that they pick you. But just wait like 3 years before you do it again.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm proud of you. And I had a dream I had a dream me and her was having a conversation.
And you may just happen.
You never know. I did text her when I was in LA. I don't know why. I just did it. I just spurred the moment.
When you have a conversation, leave me out.
I'll leave you out. I just want closure. You ever just want closure?
I do too. But I want, when I have a conversation with somebody like that, I want to have it with them
in person. Yeah, that's
I don't want to have no
closure.
conversations. Yeah, I don't want no conversations. Not saying anything negative, but I don't want any conversations where y'all having a conversation and then not saying it in a bad way, but then you speaking for me. No, I want to speak for myself.
That's right. I want
to speak for myself.
That's
why I say just leave me out of it.
I don't think anybody is. If y'all don't know what it is to ever, like, to just want, like, for me, like with my father, I didn't have that. And if I stop being a friend with somebody, I want to do it in person. And the text message, the phone thing, no. I just want to talk. If I can apologize and say what I did wrong, but I just want that, like, I finally got that off my chest, now I can move on. And I don't want to keep living with the shouldas, and I just want to say what I have to say and keep it moving. That's all I want. That's all I want. It's the closure. And I don't have that. So I still have these dreams like, oh my God, we right here, we talking, or, you know, don't talk to me. Like, I just want that shit, them dreams to go.
Oh my God.
So yeah, what happened?
I just pulled up CNN. A Secret Service officer was arrested in a child sex sting.
You know what?
A Secret Service officer.
That just...
Lee Robert Moore turned himself
going.
into the Maryland State Police barracks on Monday. The complaint details a series of online chats between Moore, 37, and a Delaware State Police detective posing as a 14-year-old girl. And he's an officer that is assigned to the White House.
That's just more ammunition for the Republicans to go on about Obama and who he got working for him.
No, but
How the
Obama,
Secret Service ain't
but they
doing
can't.
their
But they
job.
can't do that because first of all, presidents don't select the Secret Service. The Secret Service is an agency that sends them to the White House. So Obama can't. They can't say anything about Obama because he ain't got nothing to do with that at all.
But I want the Secret Service to still keep it together. They've been quiet ever since people have been jumping the fence. It's been quiet. But this, come on.
And then you work for the Secret Service, so you know how police officers, how the government and police officers work. And you chatting online
To catch a fucking predator.
to catch a predator. Why don't that show?
They need to bring it back.
on. Why did they take it off TV?
Because he was cheating on his wife.
They don't have nothing to do with catching predators. They don't have nothing to do with that.
Because
That's
when you
between him
see
and
him,
his wife.
you know he was fucked up when he come out of nowhere.
Yeah, he came out of nowhere. That's how I used to do my sister.
They was right.
I used to get my sister like, yo, all lights off. She come down the steps and I come out of nowhere. She was screaming. What? What's going on in here? What is going on in here? No, he would come out of nowhere, Kevin. And them guys would come in the house, casually start looking around, sit down at that table. Hey, what's going on? I'm so and so from MSM.
Stan Henson from.
Yeah, Stan Henson, and he start. What are you doing here? Oh, well, I'm here just to say hi. Well, did you know you were talking to her? Oh, yeah, I knew, but I never forget this one time. I couldn't get over this. This guy had the nerve to say that he came over there. He was going over there to have sex with a young girl. Oh, I came over here. He drove like 3 hours away to tell the girl, no, what we were going to do was wrong, this, and the third. Mind you, they found condoms upon condoms.
Yes,
upon
in the
condoms.
plastic bag.
Yeah, they found them. But yet, you were going over to tell her that you were like, why do you have all this guy? Oh, I'm going to give it to her, for safe sex.
No. You could have texted. You could have got on that instant message and said, look, what we doing is wrong. You still would have got locked up.
Yeah, because you shouldn't have done it.
No. Come on now.
You don't do stuff like that.
Shit, when you on there, the first thing you ask, how old are you?
How old are you? Because I don't want to engage.
Yes.
And I don't want you to think that I'm going to engage.
That's right.
Age ain't nothing but a number. Yes, it is. Goodbye. Have a nice day.
Don't even DM me. If you look like a...
If you look like a child, I'm not entertained. Hell, if you look like somebody's grandfather, I'm not entertaining you. Unless you have...
Stroke? Oh.
No! What kind of stroke?
Long stroke.
No, you can't long stroke. Nothing over here. This ride costs tonight. Okay, you're gonna have to pay. You're gonna have to.
Ow! I can't.
You won't long stroke nothing over here.
How much?
Hey, listen, this ain't that type of show.
Oh, God.
Not that type of show.
Well, I'll find out for y'all next week. So.
Prices to be determined.
Yes, TBD.
Send me a picture and I'll see you.
So, look, I'm sorry the fun has got to end.
Because I'm tired and...
Yes, it is 6 o'clock.
Yes.
So, listen, y'all have a great weekend. Y'all have a great weekend. Be good. Don't forget Saturday at 4 p.m. Find me on younow.com/Scorpion Show. Me and Mama Scorpion will be up in here. We're going to be talking to y'all, answering your questions. If y'all have letters that y'all want to send it to cabscorp@icloud.com. I'll leave it down in the more info box. If you want us to call you, we might just call you. Lies! White actor chosen to be MLK in Kent State University play. Well, do they have any black people there? That's the only thing I'm gonna ride. That's the only way I'm gonna ride with this.
Well, what if they do black people? Because they
No, they better not. He better be a good Martin Luther King.
Hey.
For a white man. You ain't got no black people at Kent State. Y'all playing.
For all that, they might as well just make me Jackie Kennedy.
Well, hey, stranger things have happened.
Stranger things have happened.
Well, they're gonna get Caitlyn Jenner.
That stranger things have happened. Just like that man that went on Oprah and said he was pregnant.
Yeah.
But it's really a
I
woman.
found out about her. Or him. Excuse me,
You
him.
don't know what's going on. Because he said he was pregnant. Now, which one do you want to be?
He's a pregnant. He's a
It's not
pregnant
possible.
man.
But it's not possible.
Listen, he's a pregnant man because he still had the ovaries.
Yeah, but he's be. You know, it's not possible.
Stop it because they're gonna get you. Stop it.
But I'm just saying. That's just like how you gonna be white playing Martin Luther King. Well, how? It doesn't make sense.
Somebody got to do it.
Somebody got to do it. And you ain't gonna tell me, Kevin, ain't no black people at Kent State. There maybe one or two. But you can grab one or two. You gonna pay Martin and you gonna pay Coretta. And you're not gonna give me no liquor back.
But you know what though? That could do an all. We take white shows and do all black cast. So maybe they doing an all white cast show. I don't know.
All white cast. No, we take white shows and turn them with our own characters. We make our own characters. Like for instance, Sanford and Son. That was a white British show, and they took it and Americanized it, and then they changed the characters. It was called Steptoe and something. Yes. Oh, you know I know my little history. But I'm saying you don't make the characters and the names the same. You
but they do it like the Honeymooners movie, the new show that Mike Epps got. It was an all-white cast now. They're rechanging it. And
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Doing it. I see exactly what you're saying. But that's a little bit different because the Honeymoon. But no, yeah. But I'm saying, the Honeymooners was fictional. We're talking about a non-fictional person.
Oh, yeah.
So anybody can play the Honeymooners because it was a TV show. I'm talking about an actual figure. That's like taking me and making me play George Bush and George Bush biopic. What the fuck am I doing?
But then who did they get to play Michael Jackson?
Flex Alexander.
Flex Alexander. The worst thing he ever decided to do.
Yeah. You should have called his wife and told her no, because you know you good girlfriend and shit.
Damn.
Well, you might not be anymore after good girlfriend.
Well, look, they know when they make mistakes. Wait, you true.
You caught that, didn't you? Yeah. I'm always trying it.
Yes.
I'm quick on my feet. You should know that.
She's very supportive.
Yeah, she is. She's a sweetheart.
I love her.
I love her too. She's a sweetheart. She was very nice, and that camera cut
Well, it was time.